All right. Well, I think what we'll do tonight is just like an intro to everything, but we could start off slow.
Nice and slow.
Let me see here. So we'll give you guys tonight. We'll give you the topic, and then we'll kind of go into like what we believe, what our ideas are of it, that kind of stuff. That's cool with you. And then we'll just go alphabetically. And there's always going to be more than one letter. Of course, we don't have to do all of them. We could just do like one basic one or something like that for each one.
Makes sense.
So the first topic will be
the SpeakInCOAD Podcast. And now introducing Code, Conspiracy of a Dead Man.
Over 100 people dead.
Chente, the homie. Servant with a noble cause. And Teddy Bear Dynamite. These are the hosts of the SpeakInCOAD Podcast.
Yeah, because
we're not trying to change anybody's minds.
Yep.
You know, like
Well,
there's going to be topics.
You just about did already?
Yeah. There's going to be topics where we're going to just throw our own ideas out there, our own opinions. These are our own opinions and our own thoughts. And by next episode, they might change to something totally different. So it's not like we're going to be stuck in our mind. Like there's going to be theories that we're going to talk about on this podcast where it's like we don't agree with it 100%. We're like, this is not real. But we're going to perceive it as it is. Like if we have different people on with different conspiracies or different ideas or different thoughts or different like I don't know, just different ideas in general, we're not going to belittle them and tell them they're wrong. We're going to listen to their stuff. We will treat them as if they are 100% correct, and then we could talk about this and do another intro to everything another time too. And you know, like so.
You know, I like that you said that because like this is our second one.
Yeah.
And I want to go back and listen to our first one to see what my answer to this question was to that and see how much it has changed.
Well, Chente mentioned something similar to what he said about possibly God being an alien to us, and you were like, I never. Now, hold on, we could talk about that topic another time.
Okay.
But okay, so for me,
we know a future podcast.
Yes, because we've talked spirituality and religion and stuff like that too, and I think there's different ideas that we have, and then there's different things that we can pull other ideas and have a bigger picture on these things too.
Yeah.
And then we'll do. You want to do? We cool with going to the next?
Oh yes.
All right.
I feel like it would be the same thing. Like whatever topic we pull up,
interdimensional.
Yeah, like it could be, or it could be like it leads us to other letters that.
I almost feel like we should go to this A. Let's focus on A, and then the next one we do B, and then focus on B.
Well, we'll have to tie Chente in with it too eventually.
Oh yeah, because his ideas on some of these.
I'm actually excited to hear that.
Yep.
But I mean, like, there's going to be multiple. We could do multiple intros to everything.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Because that way people can tie in and be like, oh, where were they when they first started the podcast? You know, and then like, oh, this is what their second season, they're doing this. Or like the third year or whatever. They're like, man, they did an intro to everything again. And their ideas are totally different.
Because then now, like, how I said my 70%, now my 70% is 90%. But now my 70% has been down like to the 5%.
Yeah.
So I believe I like that. I like that a lot. Because this is just a quote I'm throwing out there because I've heard it before. If you're still doing the same thing 10 years ago that you were doing 10 years ago, are you really living?
You got to grow.
Yes.
That's what this life is about, man, growth. If you're the same person that you were last year, are you truly ever doing anything? Are you making any advancements in who you are as a human being?
And here's the thing, I believe that, and I disagree with it at the same time, because, like, if you're living a good life, what changes do you really need to make?
Internal. We forget internal changes must be made for us to be who we're supposed to be. Every single one of us falls short of that glory. Every single one of us. Bro, I sin every single day. But I don't know anybody in my experience that has the type of relationship with God that I have with my personal experience.
Yes.
And everybody else has their own personal experience. But I fall short of him every single day. And I'm like, dang, man, Like, that stinks to fall short of it, but to know that even though I fall short of it, my desire to want to be better is going to put me in His grace.
Okay. Yeah. See, I get what you're saying there, and I'm still thinking with a finite mind. I'm like, okay, but 10 years ago and now, like, I have the money I want. Like in my mind, I'm thinking of that. Like, I have a good house, good job. My kids are doing well. Like, I'm thinking, like, why do I need to change?
Mm-hmm.
But when you say on a personal level, on the inside, that makes sense.
Because think about it. Many of us think about, oh man, I know what kind of person internally I am. I know what kind of decisions I make privately or whatever that other people don't recognize or realize. Those are things in me that have to change. Those are things that nobody else in this world recognizes, but God knows your heart.
Yes.
He knows who you truly are. So we can sit here in human form and lie to ourselves all day. I'm not that guy. No, I'm not something. But truly, God knows who we are. And I'm sorry to get all into the God conversation. But
Look at the G. No, I'm just kidding. All right, so the next topic will be B. B is in
Brainwashing?
Ooh, okay.
Okay.
I'm not.
But that can lead into P, predictive programming.
No. Oh yeah, brainwashing, predictive programming.
That's what I'm saying. Like, so many of these
Propaganda.
topics, can lead to other letters because we'll read
MK Ultra.
This is deep.
Yeah, like each
Oh.
letter ties into the
Boom.
yeah.
Or would you want to do
Capital B.
Bigfoot?
Ooh.
Bigfoot.
Okay, this is better. I think Bigfoot's
All
better.
right, cool.
I know your idea was amazing.
Oh no! 'Cause
But
first thing that popped in my head, brainwashing. But
Yeah.
Bigfoot still.
You were looking at my shirt,
Oh, see,
drinking the Kool-Aid.
bringing it around.
Yeah. Circle back now. Yeah.
Yep.
No, I'm just kidding. There's a callback. Sorry. We did that in the last episode.
Yeah,
All right.
we tried to make it a thing, and I think it didn't.
Do you want to go first with Bigfoot?
Sure.
Is it because he's the tallest?
Yes.
I have, me personally, I have absolutely not one lick of belief in Bigfoot.
No.
Nah,
All
not even
right.
close.
All right. So 0%.
Not, I'm below 0%.
Is that
I'm like a negative. For me, I remember in the early 1990s, or it was probably the late 1990s, early 2000s. There were two guys that created this foot stamp, and they like came out and said, "Look, we've been lying for years that Bigfoot is not real. We literally created the footage. My buddy wore a gorilla suit and walked through the woods, and then I stamped these giant footprints, and then we called the news and told them we saw this creepy thing."
Okay.
So for me, in my concept is, how would Bigfoot procreate? Bigfoot would have to be an entity that would exist for hundreds, if not thousands of years, because I don't know too many female and male Bigfoots around. I mean, there would have to be some form of procreation to be able to continue to carry on, or what would be the purpose of even living? So for me, it just doesn't register, and that's just my concept.
And he's like, for me, that's a no dog.
That's a no dog.
So do I have to be Simon? Like, this is
Oh,
absolutely
yeah. Big follow.
You get the dance moves.
Maybe. I like yours though.
Yeah.
All right.
That was me breaking through the dimension.
Yeah, I'll go on that.
He was kicking.
Yeah. I think Bigfoot is okay. I have two different thoughts on Bigfoot. I think that interdimensional being, or first ever mammal that can cloak, like a jelly, or I mean like a octopus.
Okay.
So there's those two options, and like the Gigantopithecus or whatever it's called, like where it was like a giant orangutan looking thing that evolved over time.
Didn't know about that.
And they could they can use the cave systems to travel, because they've been like known to like grab somebody that had a phone, and all of a sudden the phone is out and it's like in a totally different location at the other end of like a cave system.
Okay.
So there's those three, right? Interdimensional being, and then I also think that it could possibly be fallen angel, when they slept with the daughters of man and created the Nephilim, which are like the giants. The giants also slept with beasts as well,
Yes.
And I almost wonder if they are a beast that was from like the giants, like the Nephilim and all that stuff.
Yeah.
Where they were like half angels or gods in a way, like mythological creature, like gods, or mythological creatures, or the gods that were the fallen angels. And if they don't have a soul like humans do, I think that that is one reason why. What was it? I feel like they're never dying. They could just always kind of pop up.
Okay.
So that's why I wonder, like with the aliens too. It's like the aliens, could they be demons, and they're popping in and out of our dimension, and they're constantly doing it because that's why they don't die, and they're trying to, what's it called when they like abduct somebody? If they're trying to like get their soul,
Oh.
you know. So it's like I almost wonder if Bigfoot in a way is like a Nephilim giant that slept with another beast that created its own breed of something, and the reason why it's not dying is because it has like an evil soul type of thing.
Okay.
And they can come and go as we see them. And then I did listen to this episode. I just dropped the short from, I think it was episode 1, like the intro to everything. You mentioned that you were looking into tigers, and you said tigers, you're thinking like, oh, they're orange and their stripes black and orange. Why can't other animals see them? Like, how do they sneak up there in a jungle?
Yeah.
But it was because the animals that are their prey
Can't see them on the color spectrum.
can't see them on the color spectrum. So it could possibly be, and this is what we talked about before, Bigfoot could be on a different color spectrum for our eyes. So we can hear him. We sometimes see shadows or all those things, but we don't have the color spectrum.
Yeah.
So that's one of the ideas that I have too. And it could possibly be a mammal that's like that, and that's why we don't see it. And if they use the cave systems to get through, that could be why. So with that, I feel like the color scheme thing, I'm at like maybe a 15%. The interdimensional beings, or like fallen angels, I feel like I'm more like a 25%.
Okay. I'm about a 7. Because like I feel like there's been like it's been around for so long, it's hard to believe. But I also do agree with you about the interdimensional, and then maybe we not be able to see it, because there is a thing with just people in general, and maybe some animals, where some have this thing where they can only see out of the peripheral.
Mm-hmm.
And so what if like that's why no one can directly see Bigfoot, because our eyes can only catch like out of the corner. And so that's why like when it's caught on camera, because cameras don't have the eyesight like we do,
like
it's all it's always blurry because our eyes still can't register. But like I believe him less than I believe aliens. Which is weird because he's like on this planet where aliens are supposed to be like out in space or interdimensional.
Yeah.
But I still like believe, because like just the oceans. Even though Bigfoot is a mammal or on land, when you think about how much we don't know in the oceans and how much of the oceans are unexplored, and then you think about how much land is unexplored, and we have normal people that go hiking in the woods and are never found again. It could be nefarious means, it could be they got attacked by an animal, but we have acres and miles and hundreds of miles of forest and rainforest.
Yeah.
I can see a creature, no matter small or big, being able to hide in there. And because he's not supposed to be a normal creature, to what you said about procreation, aren't elephants pregnant for like 2 years?
Yeah.
So what if the gestation period for a Bigfoot
It's long.
is long? And so we don't see many of them because it takes them so long to
Self-reproduce.
asexual plant-like. Okay, I didn't even think of that.
Are there certain fish too?
Yeah, and they change genders, like that clownfish. It doesn't it like when the female dies, one of the males become.
Or they're a demon, so they don't have to procreate.
They don't have to be okay.
Easy. Bam, check it off.
Like, so many different ways it could go down. So like the part of my brain that like has read stuff like that and thinks about stuff like that, I was like, okay, there's a possibility, but in my mind, it's on a lower scale, and also because there's like so many types. You got Bigfoot and Sasquatch, same thing, but you got the abominable snowman, which is just
The
him.
Russian one.
Yeah, the Russian.
The white polar bear one.
It was like, that's him up in the mountains. So, oh, yeah, we got polar bear, we got brown bear.
Right.
So, abominable snowman, Bigfoot. So, like, there are things that,
Or
like,
Yeti.
yeah.
There's different names for
Sasquatch.
different locations
Yes.
too.
And so, like,
Yowie and stuff.
things where in multiple cultures have a name, hold, in my mind, there's a possibility. Because, like, if you think, and I'm throwing another creature out there, even if we're talking about Bigfoot, dragons.
Cryptids. No.
Oh, see?
That's real though. That's real though.
Every culture had dragons, whether they crawl, whether they fly,
Mhm.
whether they have legs, like don't have legs. So, like, the fact that Bigfoot, under any name, Yeti, Sasquatch, Bigfoot, I can't think of any more at the moment,
Ohio grass man.
has multiple cultures or multiple regions that have a tale of this creature. Part of my mind goes, it's a possibility. Is it still a low possibility for me? Yes. But, like, holding out hope. Like, I don't know if I really want there to be a Bigfoot,
Yeah.
because,
You like going in the woods.
yeah, and I don't know if he's a gentle giant. I don't know if he's a savage creature. I don't want to be the one out there having a good old time and stumble on a Bigfoot nest, and then now I'm the snack.
What if you
Because,
submitted them?
oh,
What if
does
you
that
did
make me the leader of the
Acknowledge
Bigfoots?
I don't know.
Wait, yeah, if I made Bigfoot acknowledge me, and that makes me the tribal chief of Bigfoot,
Yeah.
there's a problem
They're
with that. In the animal kingdom,
They would show their 6 fingers.
yeah.
He'd be like,
Oh, just, imagine. But here's the problem with that.
That would be sick. That could be like our new hand style or something, like just like this, like the six fingers.
The six- I'm a day one.
Dude, that would be like a weird, like, hey, oh,
But here's the look, and this is my mind because I read too many books and see too many things. If I submit Bigfoot and I become the tribal chief of the Bigfoot, in most animal kingdoms, what does the dominant male do?
it's the
yeah, you're
babies.
gonna hump him.
Oh,
You're gonna
Them
dominate him.
big hairy
hate-
women.
Dominate him.
I see the chicks you've been liking on Twitter.
But they're not hairy, multiple-teated women.
They just have a hairy chest, but their nipples are bare. You're
Oh
like,
my
"Ew,
god.
looks like my dog's
You
nipple."
got them pepperonis.
Oh, no.
Ah, it's a salami.
And look, now I'm really Teddy
They're
Bear
like-
Dynamite. Teddy Bear.
No! I'm gonna show you some titty
Dude,
bits. Dynamite, girl.
Now, like now you
Have
see
the,
the
like,
big.
Oh.
loose ones, the
Like-
loose nips.
Like the African video.
Mike Tyson's from last night.
Oh man,
Oh god, no.
Like
Oh,
nipples from
he
last
did have some big. Ew.
They were hanging.
I didn't because my eyes were
That's
still being
terrible.
washed with bleach after they showed that scene of him just in the
His
like.
butt hanging.
Oh, hey,
no.
That was so funny.
Y'all didn't have to put the camera on this man. He's in this condition.
I saw a picture of that, and then I saw a picture of Lizzo going up a plane with her thumb.
Ah,
And they're like, "What's the difference?" I'm like,
No.
"Oh, Mike Tyson has a Michelle Obama back."
no. No.
Sorry, too soon.
Is it? It's like
Yeah. All right.
Oh, but wait on, because I claimed something. I want to make sure that I cover
Oh.
this up. It says the article that I was talking about was from the New York Times in 2002, and it was called "The Search for Bigfoot Outlives the Man Who Created Him." It says, "So it came as a considerable blow when children of Ray L. Wallace announced that their prank-loving pop had created the modern myth of Bigfoot when he used a pair of curved wooden feet to stomp a track of oversized footprints in the Northern California logging camp in 1958. That's the article I was
Yeah,
discussing.
it was New York Times.
But this was also
Thank
this.
you.
Hold on, wait. This is also in 2003. So New York Times wasn't the New York Times that it's today.
Yeah, they were New York.
the
Nah,
New
just
York
kidding. All right. Are you guys ready for the next topic?
Oh yeah.
Cool. What do you want to do for C?
See conspiracy.
Cryptid.
It's like
You want to do cryptids, like all of them?
No, because that's a broad one. Let's find.
Well,
another
that's where I feel like Bigfoot was a cryptid. I feel
Yeah.
like that's
Yeah.
the major cryptid. I don't care about the Loch Ness monster.
one.
he
The
is
New
like
Jersey
a
Devil.
two.
Yeah.
Like,
The
they're-
Lake Erie monster.
the
Yeah.
Wendigos.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know anything
Because,
about
like,
them.
I know, like again, I said the stuff about the sea and all the creatures. So could there be a Loch Ness monster or a giant sea creature in the lakes? But my believability in that is real low. Because, I mean, the creature we saw could have been just like abnormally sized.
50. Yeah. You can't prove to me it doesn't exist. You can't prove to me that it does. But it's fun. It's fun. Yeah. That's a fun one. Cryptids. He's the king of cryptids, yeah? So would you say Bigfoot and the Yeti are the same thing, or are they a different type of cryptid? They're different type of things. You know, that's what we got around there. Yeti, Sasquatch, and like different species, same. Okay.
Are you guys ready to talk more about aliens?
Let's get into it.
Okay. What do conspiracies say is located near Duluth, New Mexico? I do not know. Duluth. I don't know if I pronounced that right. D-U-L-C.
Duluth.
Yeah.
Okay, so
Delucci.
Duluth.
Dolce.
Yeah. What do conspiracists say is located near Duluth, New Mexico? A, an alien time portal. B, cave art depicting ancient aliens. C, an underground military base built with alien assistance. D, the studio where the fake moon landing was filmed.
I'm going with that one.
I'm going. So do I want B or C? What was C again?
Underground military base built with alien assistance.
C.
So Code says C and Swank says D. Well,
We miss you, Jenny.
we do miss you. Well, the C in Code is correct because it is a secret military.
Should have been prepped and ready to go.
Whispers in
Oh, no, that's not it.
Another thought of intelligence for the duration of your existence.
For 24 hours.
For 24 hours.
One rotation around the sun.
I was going to use that.
Use it for the next one. We'll edit it out. He's like, I keep having out of crap. Stop messing up.
I think you both will love this one. Even when we don't understand our situation, we can rest in the fact that God can use all things together for our good. But think about it. Like, even now, especially within the social media society, it only expounds on what people used to do. Because magazines help too. We all put out, like, what is it called? Like your best face, like when you're going for a job interview.
Yeah.
To society, we all put out like what we
Like
want.
a facade.
A facade.
Oh man,
Thank
for
you.
sure.
That's the word.
Boom. You know why?
We-
I used lion's mane and magic mine. No, I'm just kidding.
Oh, that is great ad right there. But we all put out a facade, and so like how I said, yeah, be who you want to be, not what others want to see. So
And it rhymed.
it did rhyme.
You guys cool though? You good?
Yes.
Anything else? Any other thoughts?
No.
Got anything you want to say to the fans, to the listeners, to the friends, to my parents and Jack listening? They're the only 3 people that listen to the podcast.
No, we've had.
I know.
more.
I'm kidding.
I was like,
Hey, you got to think into the future.
I know.
Yeah.
I just joke.
We're already there.
Yeah.
because
We get more listeners.
when
than
I
that.
was listening to the other episode when it debuted live, I was at my brother's house and I put it on the TV, and my nephew goes, "How'd you get on TV?" And I was like, "I've been on YouTube." And then like I backed out to show him. Like I was like, some of the videos have more views, and I'm like, I gotta look at the topics to see like which topics we hit.
Yeah.
And some have like 3 views, and others like 300 people watch
Yup.
this one. I was like, oh, okay, what were we talking about?
Mhm.
We get 300.
We got like 260 some subscribers now on YouTube alone.
I didn't even look at the subscriber count. I was just looking at the views per video.
And
He
TikTok,
goes-
we got people reaching out to us
Good.
on TikTok to
See?
do collaborations.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And like,
What happened to the Discord? It like disappeared.
No, it's still there. It's just we don't post as much on there. I started posting recently, but
Yeah, I don't think
Gente's the only one. That
even
goes back.
other people, because like Suburban Mama used to post a lot, then Two Jacks, and I used to get like notifications unless I turned the Discord notifications off.
I turn mine off.
Nobody's really
It's really
posting
okay.
on there. Yeah, I mean we could get on there more often, but I feel like we need to do like a watch party on there. Like, hey, everyone. But,
Oh, like we did when we did the.
yeah.
Did I say that on there?
No,
When we
no,
did
no.
the Cowabunga dudes?
Yeah.
The Cowabunga.
I don't know if we can say it. I don't know if we can say it for YouTube.
That's why I switched to the Cowabunga
That's
dudes.
that.
Yeah.
Oh,
It's heartbreaking.
Like we can't say that one.
What? Really?
No.
Really?
No. We can't talk about that.
Really? That's
We
crazy.
can't talk about that. We can't talk about that one.
What the-
oh,
Uh-huh.
we can't talk about the movie where
Even though that she's like in video saying super pro.
Yeah.
Wow, that's great.
we can't talk about the alien that turns invisible and shoots people on Arnold said get to the chopper while covered in mud.
No, we just can't talk about her.
Dude,
In that light.
censorship sucks.
Yeah.
Speaking of
Even-
censorship,
Even
we-
though I can pour bleach on like all my hard drives and like crush them and destroy them and like get rid of like a whole bunch of like actual public information and data and like escape any type of repercussions.
even
for it.
during an election year,
Oh yeah.
Oh,
During an
it was
election year.
before the election year.
It was during an election year. She did it the same early on in the year.
that's what I
I
thought.
might be wrong.
No, you might be right. You're probably right.
It's
Probably
all
Because-
a conspiracy.
Because they're like, oh, we heard this, and I'm like, what?
people conspire.
Speaking of censorship, we can be found
Speaking
on
of code.
multiple platforms.
Oh yeah.
YouTube,
YouTube, Spotify, Rumble.
Podcast.
Is it on Deezer?
I think so.
Yeah, I think
so on D's nuts. So if there's a video of us that you was like, hey, I saw it, I didn't get to
Odyssey.
finish it, and it just vanished, check some of our other sites, and maybe there'll be snippets or clips or
the whole video.
The whole video.
The whole video. They didn't get sponsored or censored by a company that starts with
Well,
Y
we'll give
and
you
ends
the
with
truth and nothing but what we think might be the truth.
So help us. God.
Oh, definitely, because I need all the help he can give me.
Yeah.
Have you?
And our powers combined.
I can't make it through this life without.
Captain Planet.
I can't.
I could be Captain Planet, but I don't have the body.
You could be like John Cheadle.
Come
Don
on,
Cheadle's version.
That's what I want to be like, but he still had a better body.
He looked like Toothpaste. All right. But you got no more words to explain to the people?
Oh no, just that shameless promotion of where everybody can find us.
Cool.
I am very shameless.
He is. And he likes it.
Hey,
They show
it's
the-
okay.
Women that like shameless men. Professional uncle.
You got any final thoughts or words for the
No,
day?
man, I just want to say, thank you guys all for paying attention and watching us with your time, because I know your time is valuable.
Mhm.
And, I just want to say thanks to my guys. This was awesome experience as always.
Yes, sir.
And miss you, Chente. You're in my heart, in our hearts.
I light a candle.
The
You wanna-
deuce.
The deuces.
Acknowledge him.
We acknowledge you, our tribal chinte.
Our Chente.
I love you, my tribal chinte.
Tribal homie.
I tribal.
Our tribal.
And the V is for Vente.
Yeah.
No, just-
Vente. Vincenzo.
Oh,
oh, man. All right, guys. You just listened to the Speaking Code podcast. I'm Code, Conspiracy of a Dead Man. Chente.
Swank.
Swank. Chente. CBDs.
Sir.
Chibidis
No
nuts.
call.
Yeah. I'm Code, Conspiracy of a Dead Man. Stay safe. Stay blessed. Keep on questioning. We out.
I love that he still did the phone.
Yeah.